Psalms 83 and what, bro? Just 83?
Yeah, like they start the crafty council and...
Damn, that glare is fucking crazy.
Huh?
I'm gonna get it from the side because the sun is glaring in the camera.
I just put it right on the back of your head. It kind of looked cool. Just watch you breathe and shit. So let that sun go down behind y'all brothers' heads.
All right.
Yahwah's sun. About to freeze our asses out here right quick.
Yeah.
Punish me.
It's good suffering.
Right. Psalms 83. And then I'm starting at 1. That's what you wanted on?
Yeah.
Come. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. You want me to chill or keep going down?
Well, I mean, we could break that down. The Most High is not going to be still. I mean, people think that the world's saved, everybody's saved. That's not the case. The Most High is, like this brother was saying, he's gonna come out here and touch this nation and these people.
Come. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right, so Israel's blessed. We already established that Israel is the only nation that the Lord's dealing with. Who are these other nations?
They have taken up crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Con, man, they take crafty counsel against us. So the Lord said that only the nation of Israel is the only people that he's dealing with. Who is the nation of Israel? What people have taken crafty counsel against another people throughout history?
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Well, just for example, if you take Negroes or Native Americans or Latinos, that's the furthest that their history goes back to. You look at the natives, they say, oh, they were just, savages that were dancing around charcoal flames, and then the Negroes came from Africa with loincloths on, chucking spears and shit. That's the furthest that they'll teach us that our history goes back to. Right. So they cut us off from our actual heritage. We're Hebrew Israelites by blood. They don't want us to know that. They don't want us to know that we ruled the world at one point and that we're going to rule the world again.
Come. Salaki. For they, Salaki. Yeah, I finished 4, right? I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, crafty counsel.
Okay. And they cut us off from being a nation. I said that,
right?
Correct? Okay, just wanted to make sure. For they have consulted together with one consent that they are confederate against thee.
That's true, man. I mean, all these nations, it's not just the so-called Europeans who would be biblically Edomites for the most part. Now, there are Israelites in them, but, for the most part, Europeans are Edomites. And the Asians would be Ammonites or Moabites. There's a biblical nationality, but if you look at history, all these nations had so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in slavery. It wasn't just the Europeans.
Yes,
seven complete hardcore bondages, man.
And, Seville, Spain was the reverse slave capital of the world. So you natives and you so-called Hispanics, man, you were taken into slavery, and whether you can acknowledge that or not.
True.
Your seed was spread throughout Europe as well. Let me go back down now. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and the Amalekites and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Fucking coons.
Basically, since
That's why nobody likes niggas, man.
I know. They never act right, man. They never act right.
Give us all a bad name.
So, essentially saying, man, that all those are the enemies of God, man. All these different nations, and it continues on.
It basically tells you biblically that all the nations. So who's the one chosen people? We already established that, but then everybody else is against them. Right. So how are we all gonna be saved? That's not really the point of what I'm getting on, but I'm just pointing out little examples that these scriptures are saying. So, you can't deny it.
Oh, Salaki. I was just going to jump to 12,
It's all good.
Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possessions. Oh, my Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth a wood, and a flame setteth the mountains on fire.
Right, they took our possessions, the Most High's possessions. They sacked Jerusalem. in Israel and disperse the wealth amongst each other. If you read First Maccabees, you understand that Alexander had a part in settling all his debts with all his kings and generals. Well, all that money is still here today. And there's an elite ruling class that rule the world.
Border of wickedness.
God. And then not only that, but you have white supremacy, and white superiority. When you think of democracy, or you think of, you know, day-to-day lifestyles, malls. I mean, we're outside of malls, so I'm thinking of that. You know, cars. You're thinking of white supremacy. You know, that is the starter of supremacy on the earth today. And that with the other nations too. You know, the other nations have taken under Esau's dictatorship, basically. They have nuclear missiles, they have militaries, they have submarines. So it's easy to see who the wicked are. It's easy to see who the children of Israel are.
The meek.
So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
Right, man. So that's what this place is going to come down to pretty soon. I mean, we do have to patiently wait, and that's what the brother was getting into. You know, people persecute us on a day-to-day basis, but you know that's not the point. We have to wait until the Lord comes back and brings pain and death and sorrow to this place.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Ye let them be put to shame and perish, that the men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
And they'll know. They'll remember the Hebrew Israelites. You know, the large majority of the people that have seen camps all around the world. They'll remember what we said, that the Most High was speaking through us as his men. You know, Lord willing. You know, when these things happen, they're going to be confounded, and ultimately they're going to go into slavery. The Bible says an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. So they took our land from us. We're going to take this land from them.